What is going on? This is Robin Williams from therealrobinwilliams.com. Welcome to episode 3 of B. All right. In this episode, I'm going to be talking about the power of writing and how you can use it to attract the life that you want. I'll give you 2 different examples that were my personal experiences. And hopefully you use this as a way to start attracting some of the things that you want to attract in your business. And if you've never used this before, I challenge you to use it on something small and just try it. I promise you, if you're unaware that this is if you're unaware of how this works, or maybe this is your first time being introduced into like the law of attraction and the power of visualizing and all that stuff, this might sound crazy, but I challenge you to just try it and see for yourself. I believe my best proof of the law of attraction did not come from the book, right? It did not come from the video. It did not come from other people's stories. It came from my own experiences, and that's what made me believe that the power of writing, visualizing, vision boards really work. I have some cool stories, and hopefully I get to share those stories with you over these episodes. So now, the power of writing. Before I begin, maybe after this video, I might start on working on a little motto or something, a slogan or whatever, just to remind you the reason why we're doing all of this stuff. Writing, visualizing, all of this stuff is really trying to help you get into a better feeling place. And regardless of what you do, ultimately, you want to feel better. Regardless of what you want to attract, ultimately, you want to feel better to get there. And this is one of the things that I complained about, or I didn't really like about like some of the law of attraction videos. The Secret, I think they talked about it, but I honestly think because of how powerful it is, they didn't talk about it enough. But knowing that feeling is ultimately the biggest thing that's really going to skyrocket you to get what you want. I think that people need to bring that up more. So maybe I'll come up with like a little slogan that I can say in the beginning of all of my videos, just to remind you why we're doing this, because all of these tools and everything that I tell you in these videos and other videos that you may have seen of mine, they're ultimately trying to get you to that happy place. That's all that they're doing. You don't need them, right? All you need to do is be happy. I can't wait to start on this motto. But anyway, I'm going to talk a little bit about some of my experiences with writing and why I'm going to be getting back into it. Sometimes I believe if we don't have that, that either discipline or conditioning to do something, even when something works and it works great, we tend not to do it. And that's what I've done with writing things down of what I want to attract and why I wanted to attract it. I stopped writing. I made sure, if anything, I was going to do meditation, right? But over the years, I haven't been writing, and I feel like it's one of the most powerful things that I could have done in my entire life. When I first got started with the law of attraction, oh my gosh, I was so positive. I was reading these great books. I was using these exercises, and I lied to you not. It was the most magical part of my life. The most magical things. I didn't become a millionaire overnight. I didn't attract everything that I desired, but just that process of the way I attract it deliberately, right? When I write something down and it comes to me exactly how I wanted it, or very similar or better, right? It's just a magical way of living that I know if you already practice the law of attraction, you know what I'm talking about. But if you don't, I promise you, you want to go out there and you want to practice this in your life and never stop using it. So I remember when I first started using one of these processes, I'm gonna call it, or techniques, and Asking It Is Given by Abraham Hicks. I remember writing down what I wanted, why I wanted it, and the way I attracted it. And it came magically, just like a lot of other things in my life. And what it was is just one of these exercises. They have like 30 different exercises in this book. You can use whichever one you want. But it had you write down what you wanted and why. And this is one of the things I like about this exercise, is that when I talk about how important the feeling is, this exercise almost make you concentrate on the feeling even without you knowing. Like, if you had no idea, you had to focus on the feeling, because at that time I really didn't know how powerful feeling was, right? But I was using the power of feeling using this exercise. And you could write down what you want and why you wanted it. Would writing down why you wanted it would actually help build those feelings. So if you write down, hey, I want a new shirt, right? You don't really feel that. Like, I didn't feel anything from that. And that's not the goal here. You want to feel it, right? Why do you want that new shirt? Why do you want a new shirt, right? Because you want to feel good. You want to look great. You know, you might want to attract some attention from a beautiful woman or a beautiful man, if that's your goal, right? Whatever makes you feel happy, or how would that make you feel happy, right? Would it be the attention? Will you just feel great, right? In your new shirt? Do you like polyester, right? I don't know who likes polyester. But anyway, why do you want that great shirt or that awesome spouse? Or why do you want to look, why do you want to be fit, right? So you want to start using those to have that good feeling. Now, what I did when I used this exercise, I literally sat down and we wanted to attract some more furniture. We lived in a small bedroom apartment in Alexandria, very expensive area, especially for my pay at the time. And it was almost like a lot of the stuff we could afford if we budgeted and did everything right. But it was almost like all of the things that we wanted was so, like, we put everything together, it was just a lot of money. So you kind of felt like, oh, I can't get it. But what I did was started to write down the new furniture and everything that I wanted. And we did a really good job with our first little apartment together. We went out and got living room furniture. I went out and got a dining room set. We had a lot of kitchen stuff. What I wanted is to decorate our house a little bit more. So I asked for different items for my house because I wanted to feel great and all this other stuff. And what happened was, like, I would go into a maybe a Home Depot, and I would find sales of stuff. Like, literally, if I asked for 2 or 3 things for the kitchen, they would be right there in the middle of the floor all together as a sale, right? So that was pretty magical. But the coolest thing, right, that I attracted during this time when I wanted some more furniture is that I wanted to meet up with one of my friends that I haven't seen in like a few years. And she drove up. Literally, probably haven't seen each other for a couple years. I didn't talk to a whole bunch of people about the law of attraction and stuff like that. So she didn't know. She didn't have any idea of my desires of getting some more things from the house. She didn't know what my house looked like. She didn't see. She never saw all my furniture. I never discussed anything like that. It was just, hey, come on down, let's chill. You know, she was spending the night, probably leaving the next, I think, 1 and 2 nights or whatever, then leaving and going back home. So she comes up, and the first thing she said, hey, I got you this, right? And I said, well, what is this? Like, this is cool. Thanks for bringing a gift. And what it was a mirror, just like a mirror, a rectangular mirror. And I was like, oh, this is pretty cool, right? And I started to get excited because not only was this a rectangular mirror, right? It matched our bedroom set perfectly, right? So it was just like, hey, plug and play over top of my dresser. So now we have a nice mirror over top of our dresser furniture. And I've attracted things like that through writing, through visualizing, through being positive, right? Because it's all about your feeling plenty of times. And when I tell you that exercise is amazing, right? You want to start practicing it in your life. So like literally, I want new furniture, right? You write down you want new furniture. You write down why you want it. I want new furniture because I feel better in my house. I feel more comfortable in my house. I love having company come over and be comfy in my house. I love the ambiance or whatever, you know. So you want to write down pretty much how it will make you feel, right? And this will help move things along. Guys, this is another disclaimer. I don't know how this shit works, right? I tell people that all I can do is tell you what I've experienced. And some of the people that decided to use it, they will tell you that it's working for them as well, right? So shit starts to move. The universe, God, whoever you want to like blame for this, give it credit for this, they start moving things at play that you don't know anything about. You don't see it, right? You don't see the person going to the store and deciding to give you a mirror. I don't know that somebody could have gave her the mirror. I don't know where the mirror came from, right? You don't see, like, when sometimes I get anxious on the road and I'm like, somebody's in front of me and they're going slow, or somebody cuts me off or whatever, I might get a little upset. But you don't see that the universe, God, whatever, put that person in front of you so you can slow down, because the cop was trying to clock me, right? So you can slow down. You're like, oh man, now you're thankful. You're thankful somebody cut you off so you can slow down before you got to the radar, right? But you don't see the aerial view of what's happening. But I promise you, things start to move around to benefit you, to cater to you. And so once you start using this exercise, I promise you, you're going to just be like, whoa, it's going to blow your mind. Another exercise that I used was gratitude exercise. So everything that I attracted that came to me at this one point, guys, this was crazy. I would write down, I would have this like small notebook in my pocket, and like say somebody came and just said, hey, nice glasses. You can write that down. Okay, I'm so grateful for nice people. Thank you for such and such who just complimented me on my glasses. Somebody come out and say, hey, I brought you a coffee. You'd be like, wow, this is so cool. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Tina, or whatever the name is, for buying me some coffee. This was amazing. Thank you. And I would literally write this down. And I swear this stuff was just flowing in. Like, I don't even understand why I'm not writing it down every day now. Like I said, you have to get back into the groove, and you have to make it a habit basically to do these things. But literally things were just flying into my life, like back to back. Be like, oh, this is cool. Oh, you got a discount on this. Oh, this is like, it just gets crazy, right? Gratitude, that actually was pretty dope. I don't want to say it works better, but it works fast, right? You can start today being grateful. Take out a notebook. Maybe you do it at the end of the day instead of throughout the day. But I wanted the feeling, like the fresh feeling. So I would do it throughout the day. As soon as it happened, I'm whooping that notebook out. And I'm like, yo, thank you so much for this, you know. And you will attract more and more and more and more, right? That's all I really have for you in this episode. I hope that you take the time to sit and write stuff down. There's so much that I can give you about this, but I'm just going to have to chunk these episodes down, because I don't want, I could sit here and give you a whole lesson of, all my experiences about the law of attraction and things to do, things not to do, what to let go, and just, but this will go on and on and on. But I promise you, just feel good. Just practice feeling good. Practice finding ways to feel good. Writing is one of the ways that is one of the most powerful ways. I've always heard people say that out of all of the things like visualizing and stuff, they love writing things down. Not typing it, but writing. It's like some type of power with that when you're writing down your dreams and desires and stuff like that. Anyway, this is Robin Williams from therealrobinwilliams.com, episode 3. Thanks for hanging with me. I look forward to giving you more and more content. I honestly wanted to keep going, but I want to cut this short. Maybe I'll talk a little bit more about the fine print, right? And by the fine print, I mean just things that I learned along the way that helped me attract things when I was trying to actually attract and it wasn't working. And when I did this one thing, it just flipped the switch. So this is Robin Williams from therealrobinwilliams.com. I'll see you on the top. Peace.